As was true in the first century, many who are rightly disposed for everlasting life are becoming believers. This truly is the case in the countries of Argentina, Paraguay, and Uruguay. The work in these three countries is cared for by the branch offices in Argentina and Paraguay. Faith and I had the privilege of visiting these branches on a branch visit in March 2018. Both branches have beautiful Bethel families who are working hard to support the activity in the field. Among the work taking place, these branches take care for the translation of spiritual food into 11 languages. They are also busy building, renovating, and maintaining kingdom halls and caring for the needs of the congregations. In Argentina, a new branch facility is being built to help further simplify the work of the branch so that even more attention can be given to the field. 11 brothers serve on the branch committee in Argentina, and 6 brothers serve on the branch committee in Paraguay. These loyal and faithful men are working hard to support the governing body, and they are looking for ways to find even more who want to learn about Jehovah. The result of their hard work and Jehovah's blessing is most evident. In 2017, over 200% of the 173,000 publishers in these three countries attended the memorial. In the past 10 years, over 55,000 persons have been baptized. That is the equivalent of 15 persons baptized every day of the week for the past 10 years. There is also a fine zeal for the preaching work. Just in the last year alone, the number of pioneers increased by about 16%, and nearly 2.8 million more hours were put in the ministry. Both branches have organized special preaching campaigns to reach those in unassigned territories or to reach indigenous populations. These initiatives have had much success. For the first time, publications were translated into Nivakle, a language spoken by a sizable indigenous population. To distribute the literature, a campaign was organized in the Northern Territory of Paraguay called El Chaco. In one location, the brothers talked with the head of the community, and he was very happy to see publications in his own language. When he saw one of our videos in Nivakle, he started to cry. He called his entire family to watch the video and asked for a Bible study for him and his family. When the brothers asked if they could have a meeting in the community, he agreed and even offered to invite all the people to the meeting. One brother who shared in the campaign to work unassigned and seldom worked territory in Paraguay wrote, "People showed so much interest in the good news that it was very difficult to end conversations and go to another house." In some places, people spread the news of their visits by word of mouth. So when our brothers and sisters arrived in a territory, they found that many householders already had prepared chairs waiting for them to arrive. Some householders invited them for lunch, offered lodging, and even offered part of their property to build a meeting place. A man who was the owner of a little store was enjoying what he was hearing about the kingdom message so much that when some customers arrived to shop, he told them, "Now I'm very busy. If you need something, come back later." In Buenos Aires, Argentina, one afternoon while in the ministry, 2 sisters approached a house that was listed in the territory records as a possible address for a Romani Calderas speaker. A 14-year-old Romani girl ran out to them and asked, "Are you Jehovah's Witnesses?" When they replied that they were, she exclaimed, "Jehovah sent you." She explained that she was from the southernmost tip of South America. She'd been studying the Bible with her neighbor, but her family was very opposed and took her Bible and Bible teach book away. Even so, she would secretly sneak away 3 times a week to meet her neighbor and continue her Bible study. When her family found out that she was still studying, they decided to send her about 3,000 kilometers or 1,800 miles away to Buenos Aires so that she would not be able to contact the witness she was studying with anymore. When her Bible teacher heard that she was being sent far away, she wrote a letter to the young girl, saying that no matter where she ended up, she should keep praying to Jehovah and try to find the witnesses. After relating the story, the young girl asked, "Were you sent by my teacher, or were you just preaching from house to house?" The sisters replied saying they were preaching in the area looking for Romani Calderas speakers. They then asked the girl how long she had been in Buenos Aires. She said, "I arrived today. What I just told you happened today. I left this morning, and after arriving here, I started to pray to Jehovah. When I opened my eyes, I saw you standing at my door." Arrangements were made to follow up on her interest. In Argentina, the branch reached a milestone in the Wichí language by translating the Become Jehovah's Friend videos. The response was beyond expectations. Children and adults alike were amazed to see the characters speaking in their native tongue. As a result of this project, the Wichí people feel that they are not forgotten by Jehovah, and this helped their love for Him grow even more. Even those in prison are being reached with the good news and are taking a stand for the truth. Consider the experience of Jesus Wicked. Formerly, he was considered a dangerous inmate. In fact, the prison kept him guarded by a whole security team. Yet others now view him as completely the opposite. Brother Wicked is serving a 50-year sentence, of which he is now in his 6th year. Last May, he went through what was probably the biggest test of his faith yet. His former friends proposed the idea where through some illegal means he could get out of prison and do the rest of his time in home custody. Making the right decision was very difficult for Brother Wicked, as this would have meant that he could be with his beloved family, some of whom were also witnesses. After consulting with his family with many tears, he decided to serve out the rest of his sentence at prison, giving a great witness to his former friends, non-witness family members, and all of the prison inmates. He gave up his freedom to put his relationship with Jehovah first. Now Jesus has found joy even despite his current circumstances. He conducts 6 Bible studies and witnesses from cell to cell. In one of the general areas of the prison, he displays the publications during the visitation days for the families of the inmates, with very positive results. It was so encouraging to see the outstanding young brothers and sisters in these countries and their desire to do more for Jehovah. Many are learning new languages, going to the school for kingdom evangelizers, reaching out for Bethel service, and working with their local design construction department to help build, renovate, and maintain kingdom halls. This is Leandro Tamola on the left and Ari Navarro on the right. Ari was part of a family that was truly passionate for football or soccer. It was Ari's dream to be part of the national team someday. Ari excelled at the sport and received offers from 2 national football teams. This was an especially tempting offer because these were his 2 favorite teams. Even though it was a hard decision for him because of his passion for the sport, he had already decided to serve Jehovah and he turned down the offers. Leandro had a similar test but with a different sport. Leandro excelled at basketball and received an offer to play for the national team, which included a chance to play internationally. He realized that he could not serve 2 masters. After watching the video, young people asked, "What will I do with my life?" He made the decision to serve Jehovah. Both of these young men served together at the branch in Argentina. They feel that the decisions they have made have brought them so much happiness and fulfillment in life. They say that they are receiving much more satisfaction than a life in sports would have ever provided. These are just a few of the many experiences of the outstanding brothers and sisters serving in these countries. In addition to organizing the work in the field, the members of the branch committee and Bethel families are themselves active in the field ministry. While on the visit, we had the opportunity to engage in the ministry in both countries with them and had a very encouraging time. Additionally, we had the privilege of having 2 meetings with a combined attendance of nearly 200,000. We were greatly encouraged by hearing reports of the work in these countries and were reminded of the privilege we have to be part of this incredible organization. The many brothers and sisters in Argentina, Paraguay, and Uruguay count it a privilege to work with you shoulder to shoulder in helping all those who are streaming to the house of Jehovah. Like you, they are joyfully keeping busy in the exciting work going on in our branches and in the field in these last days.